Unit 3C. Listening. When in Rome. Warm up. Cultural differences. Let's get started with a clip about cultural differences. Watch and take notes of the differences.
A few things I forgot to mention.
Let me make a toast.
He shouldn't have had that
Here's
second
to-
glass when everyone else had had only half an inch just for taste.
Shrimp. My favorite.
He should have taken only a small spoonful of the best dish until everyone had had a helping.
He has good appetite.
He shouldn't have bragged he was a fast learner. But the worst was when Rich criticized my mother's cooking, and he didn't even know what he had done. As is the Chinese cook's custom, my mother always insults her own cooking, but only with the dishes she serves with special pride.
This dish not salty enough. No flavor. It's too bad to eat. But please.
That was our cue to eat some and proclaim it the best she'd ever made.
You know, Linda, all this needs is a little soy sauce.
Suggested answers. I have recognized some differences in cultures. Direct. Indirect communication. One culture preferred straightforward communication, while the other would use context-based approach. Tone and body language. One culture used more expressive gestures and vocal tones, whereas the other used a more reserved manner. How about you? Can you see any other differences? Exercise 1. Speaking. Work in pairs. Answer the questions. Have you visited a foreign country? If so, did you notice any differences in that country's customs? What customs or cultural differences do you think visitors to Vietnam might notice? Have you visited a foreign country? If so, did you notice any differences in that country's customs? Suggested answers. Yes, I visited Japan. People there are very quiet on public transport and bow as a greeting, unlike in Vietnam, where we are more vocal and use nods or handshakes. What customs or cultural differences do you think visitors to Vietnam might notice? Suggested answers. Visitors to Vietnam might notice our shared dining style, lively street food culture, and a practice of removing shoes before entering homes or some restaurants. We also show deep respect for elders. Exercise 2. Listen to 10 extracts from dialogues. Match each extract with a photo A or B.
Lesson 3C. Exercises 2 and 3. 1.
Good afternoon. I don't believe we've met. My name is Kaplan. Helen Kaplan.
2.
Hey, good to see you. What are you guys doing?
3.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Allow me to introduce you to my colleagues.
4.
This is Mrs. Matheson. She's from Canada.
5.
This is a friend of mine, Anna. Anna, this is Joe, Steph and Amy.
6.
Hi there. Good to meet you. How do you know Alex?
7.
Do you guys fancy grabbing a coffee somewhere?
8.
I'm about to go and get a coffee. Could I fetch you a drink at all?
9.
It's very kind of you to offer. I'd like a sparkling water, please.
10.
Sure, why not? That's a great idea. We weren't doing much anyway.
Let's check the answer. Exercise 3. Listen again. Rewrite the sentences making them formal. Use the words in brackets to help you. 1. Good morning or afternoon. 2. I don't believe we have met. 3. It's pleasure to meet you. 4. Allow me to introduce you to my colleagues. 5. Could I fetch you a coffee at all? 6. It's very kind of you to offer. Exercise 4. Read the listening strategy. Then listen and match each dialogue with a text type. Give reasons for your answers. A. A conversation between friends. B. A news item. C. An announcement. D. A conversation between strangers. E. A professional conversation between colleagues.
Lesson 3C. Exercise 4. 1.
Mrs. Simons, allow me to introduce you to my colleague John Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner. I've heard so much about you.
Likewise, Mrs. Simons. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. We are very much hoping that you will be able to work with us on this.
2.
Guess what? Jim and I have just booked flights to Mexico.
Really? Sounds great. Lucky you.
3.
Would passengers for flight BA6Y3 please make their way to gate number 47? Gate number 47, please.
4.
Excuse me, could you help me please? I'm trying to find Leicester Square.
It's okay, you're quite near. Just walk along this street and turn right.
5.
The government has issued a statement regarding travel to Africa in the near future. All those intending to visit there are advised to check with the Foreign Office as to whether their chosen destination is affected by the virus.
One. E. A professional conversation between colleagues. Formal language and topic vocabulary. Colleague. We are very much hoping that you will be able to work with us on this. 2. A conversation between friends. Tone of voice. Informal language. Example. Guess what? 3. C. An announcement. Formal language and topic vocabulary. Passengers for flight BA6Y3. Gate number 47. 4. D. A conversation between strangers. One of voice. Polite request for help. Could you help me, please? I'm trying to find Leicester Square. 5. B. A news item. Formal language. The topic is a news item. The government has issued a statement regarding travel to Africa in the near future. Exercise 5. Listen to 3 texts. Match the situations 1 to 3 with the speakers A to C.
Lesson 3C. Exercises 5 and 6. 1.
Hey, Anna. How was your trip to Hong Kong?
Great, thanks, Steve.
What's Hong Kong like?
Gosh, it's amazing. I had a wonderful time. It's ultra-modern in so many ways, but the culture is so different. It's easy to make a mistake.
Like what?
Well, tell me what's wrong with this. I was at lunch with my colleague and a group of people, and someone came over to be introduced. So I put my chopsticks into my rice bowl and turned around to speak to them.
What, you shouldn't turn round at the dinner table? You mustn't show your back to anyone?
No, you mustn't put your chopsticks into your rice and leave them sticking straight up.
Really? Why not?
Because it means someone has died. It is only done at funerals and is a big no-no at any other time.
But how are you to know that?
I don't know. It's not something we would think about, is it? Well, everybody at the table gasped. I looked up and they were either frowning or pursing their lips at me. I blushed and fidgeted. I had no idea what I'd done wrong until my colleague took my chopsticks out of my rice and put them next to my bowl.
Oh dear. It seems like such a little thing.
I know. I wish someone had told me.
2. Q this side, please. Take a large tray and put all your personal items in it. Sir, please remove your shoes and belt if you're wearing one, and place them in the tray. Put your watch, phone, the contents of your pockets, and liquids under 100 millilitres in a bag in a separate tray. Thank you.
Excuse me, where do I put my laptop?
Take it out of its case and put it in this tray here.
Okay.
Please wait to be called through the archway.
Step forward, please.
Oh dear.
Stand over to one side, sir. Raise your arms. Empty your pockets, sir.
I have some change here. Sorry.
You should have put anything from your pockets into the small tray. Pass through the archway again, please.
Okay.
Fine. Collect your belongings from over there, sir.
3.
Secret Hideaway offer holidays with a difference. Peace and quiet in an unspoiled location off the beaten track. Swim in the crystal clear waters of a warm sea. Recline by a beautiful pool in lush tropical gardens. Hike up a stunning mountain trail with panoramic views of the surrounding countryside. Take a boat out and tour hidden coves or snorkel through underwater caves. Be as active or as lazy as you want. Just you and nature and a little bit of luxury. Choose online from our selection of holiday destinations and go where the crowds aren't. Book your secret hideaway now. Special prices until the end of the month. Don't miss out. You know it's just the holiday you're looking for and haven't found yet, because it's secret. Shh.
Informal conversation. B. Friends. Dialogue between strangers. C. Airport employee. Radio advert. A. Actor in a voiceover. Exercise 6. Listen again. Choose the correct answers A to C1. In text 1, why did Anna feel embarrassed during the meal? A. Her colleague did something which shocked the other diners. B. She accidentally did something that was culturally unacceptable. C. She ignored somebody who was being introduced to her. B. Is the answer. 2. In text 2, what mistake did one of the speakers make? A. He put his laptop in the wrong place. B. He failed to empty his pockets. C. He walked through the wrong archway. B. Is the answer. 3. In text 3. What is the speaker trying to persuade the listeners to do? A. To book a water sports holiday in a particular destination. B. To use the internet to find the best holidays abroad. C. To book a holiday with a particular holiday company. C. Is the answer. Exercise 7. Speaking work in pairs. Prepare 2 short role plays where you meet someone for the first time. The first is at a formal event and the second is at a friend's party. Include the following. Greet and introduce yourself. Explain why you're there / how you know the host. Exchange some personal information. Offer to get your new friend a drink. Bring the conversation to an end. This is an example.